mouth is tucked right against it.
His nose.
And he has nipples too, and a belly button.
He's naked.
Penis.
Look at penis.
Alright, it is started. Have you and Jess worked out?
It's fine. It's fine. It's cool.
That's good.
It actually ended really nicely.
That is always nice. How long you guys been going out for now?
I fucking hate my life.
Ask that question. I fucking
No,
hate
no.
my life.
No.
I can't say.
Can you not find your notes?
Hold on.
Pat, I'm gonna kill you, dude.
I'm gonna kill myself. What the what?
You better just free ball this assignment if you ain't got no notes,
I'm a
dude.
free ball it, bro.
You best free ball this like
Alright.
you've never balled before.
Okay.
You best take yourself back to Remington and record this. It's a really nice.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Space Squad. If you haven't noticed, we're all wearing the exact same thing. It's because it's the same day.
Whoa!
This episode is brought to you by...
Me.
Pat. I'm Kyle once again. Al over here.
Everyone knows Al.
Al.
Warning.
Alvinator.
Warning. The following episode may contain a lot of explicit content. Please be sure to censor your children and hide your cats and dogs.
Because Jazz will come and steal them
Yeah.
and pet them and love you more than
Yeah. They'll love.
other humans.
Yeah.
Yeah. She's like weird. She gets like infatuated with them.
Yeah.
She's like dogs, and then like just
She's a dog hog. As soon as she sees a dog,
she
it's
just like
bam.
ragdolls to the ground and just like gets consumed by animals, and she's like yes.
So true.
Alright, guys.
So side note, Pat's notes done diddly evaporated like Hawking radiation.
I'm
to black
genuinely
holes.
upset because this is like the second time this happened. So blown. Anyway, so check this out. About to free ball it like no boxers. Anyway,
Oh,
here we go.
No. It took me like a millisecond to get it.
Okay. Okay. Alright.
Oh.
Oh God! Yo Kyle!
Again!
I love how everybody grabs their drink.
How much my abs clench to keep my body up. It actually kind of hurts. Like, I'm already sore. It's like one good sit-up and you're sore, and you're like, oh boy.
That's how I feel after I
Saw
work out.
everything flash in front of my eyes.
Alright.
Almost
Speaking of things flashing before our eyes, before you know it,
knocked
Earth is gonna blow up. That's not true, but on the slight chance that
No, it actually will.
Well, well.
I mean, it's not gonna blow in our
It'll be
lifetime.
consumed.
By ball fire or
yeah,
plasma and stuff.
Yeah. Saw that on Discovery Channel.
Maybe not explode, but it'll just kind of be like,
It'll be like absorbed by the sun. Anyway.
like roasted.
So back to what I'm saying. So eventually Earth is going to be no more, and for our future generations I'll say, because it's going to be quite a few. Anyway, so we're going to need a new place to stay.
Yeah.
And so scientists have been investigating and checking out new planets and whatnot in our solar system and out of our solar system. So basically we need a new home. Yep, we need a
It
home.
boils down to, I mean, like, have you looked more into like terraforming planets or things like centrifugal type spacecrafts, and they have like that giant stereotypical spinning disc that creates gravity, and like, you know, people live artificially in space. More of, I'm sure, terraforming, maybe like Mars kind of stuff.
To be honest with you,
Or
I was
like other-
when I was doing my research, everywhere that I've looked said that Mars was looking like a pretty dang slim chance
okay,
of like
I can see that.
actual
I mean, like,
life being formed on Mars.
Yeah,
it's like the
I,
Sahara, but a whole planet.
I saw that because it was like a giant thing, and then they actually went and like did like more research and stuff and did the math. And isn't it like the atmosphere, like even if we were to go and try and like build factories to create like an
Atmosphere.
an actual like thicker atmosphere and like the global warming and everything, it still just like wouldn't work because everything would just float off into space. Like we'd have to like put an orb
When you
around
pollute your
Mars.
own planet real good, but can't pollute another one to save it.
So the problem with Mars is once again the atmosphere and then also the temperature. So like it gets like super hot during the day and then super cold at nighttime. You know what I'm saying? You catch my drift. So the temperature drops. Like I feel like being humans, like humans are extremely sensitive to different temperatures. Like
Extremes.
like yeah. So
Like one extreme to the other.
it would be extremely difficult to adapt to the temperatures. Plus, there's a lack of water, and kind of need water to make food and live and stuff. So yeah, that's why Mars is a sucky planet to
Yeah, like I said, it's like the
try and
Sahara.
inhabit.
It's like the Sahara, but like the entire planet. Or it's like Moab, actually. It's like Moab, Utah, but just like
Literally a giant.
I'm sure there's like not arches there.
Literally a giant desert.
Yo, can you imagine a bunch of dudes on BMX bikes or like mountain bikes, like just going on Mars if it looked like Moab?
Bro, that'd be wild. Dude,
You know those giant swing
the
sets
guy-
they have on arches? And they like freaking drop people off, but
You just,
instead
like,
you just like swing into space and then come all the way back down and then back into Mars.
I'm not gonna
Wow.
lie, that'd be scary as
That
shit.
would be the craziest.
I'm pretty sure I
ride
would
ever.
die. Like, if you just like...
I'm sure you have to like sign a waiver to be like, if you get hit with a
Asteroid.
penny-sized particle and die suddenly, we are not accountable.
If your spacesuit is punctured, we are not to be held responsible.
Basically.
Alright.
Coffee you.
Thank you.
So, I'm gonna explain basically what you need to like have
Like essentials.
like essentials of life. Yeah, bam.
Okay.
Okay. So, first things first.
You gotta be.
I'm the realist.
Exactly. Like if you're not bona fide on that planet, you ain't nothing.
Yeah. Okay.
You're already at the bottom of the food chain.
And there's not
Step
even
one,
any
be
life
bona
to you.
fide. Be born bona fide.
Bona fide. Okay, but on a serious note. So first things first is you need water, and then the temperature needs to be warm enough, but not too hot to a point where the water boils and evaporates. But it has to be warm enough to where the water is actually liquefied. And then next we need an atmosphere, because like not trying to drift off into space, you know what I mean? I feel like if we had no atmosphere,
Breathable air as well.
it just it'd be a struggle.
Do you know what, like with air and everything, obviously that's like a necessity, like what things need to be in the air for us
Yeah,
to
like
respirate?
even like pure oxygen is deadly.
Yeah, like
If
those
I-
oxygen bars, like you can't do it more than like 15 minutes, otherwise you could like go brain dead because it makes bubbles or something in
Like
your blood.
me scuba diving, if I had a scuba tank filled with nothing but pure oxygen, it would literally be so much on the body that it would be like toxic. It'd kill you.
Underwater.
Yeah.
At least you die doing what you love.
I mean, truly, but you could have avoided that.
Definitely avoid dying.
You gotta actually like taste your air. You know how weird that is? You actually have to like turn on the regulator, breathe some air through it, and be like, does that taste normal or funny?
Did this taste a little too fresh? And
You just kinda get-
add some stank to it.
You get like that, like you're like, oh, I need to like cleanse my palate. And you just like tasting your air. Never thought air would have a taste, but it really does. I promise.
Okay.
Side note, sorry guys.
Okay. Yeah.
I
Okay.
got
Okay.
distracted.
Bring it back.
I like scuba diving.
I'm scuba Steve.
All right. So yeah, and then aside from that, we do need oxygen, of course. I mean, not pure oxygen, because that's what we were just talking about. But
But, you know,
like,
like moderate amounts. So
yeah.
You can actually go outside and beg.
and
And
enough
then-
to breathe
and
and
then
whatnot.
not just like fall over and croak because you didn't get enough or too much.
Also, you need enough sunlight for photosynthesis. If there's not enough sunlight for photosynthesis, then you can't grow plants. You can't grow plants, and then the plants can't reproduce, and then you can't have your whole ecosystem is
Off flat.
thrown off if you don't have plants. So, yep, and then hold on, let me.
Dude, what if like, you know how there's like leeches here that like basically harvest blood off you?
Mhm.
What if it was like parasites on otherworldly places that like fed off of your actual like matter? What if it like sucked the iron out of your body, or like it sucked the
a
like,
space
I feel like
leech.
that's like a Doctor Who episode.
it like sucked the tissue out of your
Space
body?
leeches.
That'd be wild.
Like opens its mouth and just like.
Sucks a whole finger off. You're like, whoa.
You know those like scary movies where it's like the ghosts literally just like open their mouths like to a point like where you're like, why are their mouths so big? And then it's like.
It like goes down to like their like nipples, and it's just like a mouth this huge, and you're like, what?
And they like do like an awkward humming, weird
Just like-
Gregorian chant.
It's just like.
And you're like, no. I feel like you could put like a scary clown in front of me and I'd be like, cool, scary clown, haha.
Or like,
You could put someone who would be able to like hyperextend their jaw in front of me and just like open their mouth,
just, like,
stare at me
freak
in
out.
the eye, and like hum softly, and I'd cry.
no, I'm still really stuck on the fact that like, what if there's like a parasite that like sucks oxygen from like white blood cells, red blood cells, and like things like that, and like you basically asphyxiate. Or I don't know. I think it's weird, but parasites scare me, and I can only imagine of like ET parasites being
Like-
even worse than the ones we have.
Or like parasites that are like just in general larger than us, like.
Ugh.
Space suckers.
Ugh.
Parasites actually like genuinely like disturb me. Like they're really just disgusting and disturbing.
Could you say that they get under your skin?
Oh my god.
Sorry. Okay.
That was a good one. I mean, it just didn't add to it in a good way. It just further added to my point that they're disturbing.
I think I added to it in a great way.
All right. Okay. So another thing that we need is nitrogen, which is essential for us to have amino acids, and amino acids help us with all kinds of stuff like growing and breaking shit down in your stomach and shit. And let me stop. I need to stop cussing. Okay.
Ooh, what about things like more basic, like what I was saying earlier, like iron, or I'm assuming there has to be like decent amounts of like minerals and stuff within that planet, or life on that planet.
I
for
know
it
we
to-
need salt to survive.
Yeah.
True.
That's why Gatorade and everything, like the electrolytes. It's literally like if you were to like
Excuse me.
drink, I think I read something that's like you could drink Gatorade and stuff, but you would like it still isn't as beneficial as if you were to like put a teaspoon of salt in your water bottle
Yeah.
and just like dissolve that and drink that while you do whatever.
Because Gatorade is like still processed and whatnot.
Gatorade is
so
still yeah, and there's still a lot of sugar and
I like
stuff.
those Propel. This is basically exactly that. It's just water, and it has electrolytes in it. That's it. So
I feel
it instead of just a sports drink, it's just water with electrolytes. So it's basically like you're paying for smart water. Like,
All right,
it's
guys. So we're bringing Propel to space.
Propel to space. It's propelling us to space.
That's a good one. Okay, good one.
okay,
That's a good one.
alright.
That's a good one. Okay. Something else is
That was a good ad. Why don't we get jingles for like companies like just knocking at our door?
Okay, I'll play the tunes. You can come up with the jingles.
I can do that. We'll do that sometime.
But in the meantime,
Space.
space. Yeah. Okay. So another thing that's essential for life is making sure there's nothing that'll kill us, like other life forms, or
deadly amounts of
like gas, and
ammonia.
whatnot. Yeah.
It's like ammonia in the air permanently.
Like I said earlier, we are very like sensitive to everything. Kind of chicken when you think about it.
I mean,
But
we're creatures of.
comfort.
I mean, like, yeah, we don't. Like, it's just weird to think like babies born in space. Or like, you know how we were talking about that. There's like super big heads, little stumpy limbs.
That's probably where they get the concept of aliens from.
Basically, I mean, like if you were born in space, you'd probably look like freaking ET.
Or like
Probably just like a little skin bag.
It'd be so
that-
atrophy.
Jimmy Neutron.
Basically, yeah, you Jimmy Neutron, dude. Your hair would form just like that too. Like it looks like it's plastic almost. Like there is nothing else. It's just like a plastic scoop.
A Dairy Queen swirl.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. Like, it's ice cream swirls.
Alright.
It's like one of those display ice creams that never melt because it's plastic.
The
So they have it out for like
Play
3
Kitchen ones.
Yeah, yeah.
you put into a play cone, and then you give it to your mom, and they go, delicious.
Yummy, honey. You were so good.
Why is she Asian? This sounded like an Asian lady.
Me?
Honey. Oh, you're so
honey,
good.
You're so good.
You're so good.
You're so good.
No, you sound like Consuelo.
Me so
Consuelo.
good. Me so good. No, it's Superman.
No, it's good.
Oh my
Superman
gosh,
lawyer.
I'm not eating these chips anymore.
Superman lawyer.
Ugh.
Rocky Mountain
Do you
boulder
see
hairs.
What
Is there some boulder hairs on there?
No, it's like dog hair almost.
It's like,
Are you sure that didn't come from you?
I'm positive.
You are 800% it didn't come from your finger as well.
Yes.
Because there was some hair on this blanket from Forrest.
Yes, I know. I just,
And your hands are on the blanket. And your hands are reaching the bag. I don't know. There's a lot of possibilities. I'm not trying to discredit you in your sudden discovery. But
either way, now it's offsetting.
I wish it was
Done.
No one buy Boulder Canyon authentic food.
I wish it was like
Shout out to
a
Mr.
restaurant and you're like, hey, there's a hair in my bag of chips, and then they just send you like a whole crate
Lifetime supply.
trying to shut
I
you
don't
up.
even like kettle cooked chips anyways that much, so.
I mean, they're okay.
I mean, yeah, that.
Dude, I am like on the verge of just collapsing. My body wants to give up and be like, yes.
Oh, sleep. Sleep
Yes.
is another essential for life.
Well, I mean,
Yeah, not when you have finals, because, you know, life isn't essential at that point.
but I mean,
The only thing essential is passing.
Yeah, that's the key to life at that point. Oh my god.
Okay.
First world problems.
first world problems. All right. So, there are a couple candidates that scientists have been investigating to maybe possibly be another Earth. I mean, it's not gonna be
Like Earth 2.0.
It's not gonna be another Earth. but
Earth 0.5.
0.5.
It's just as good, but it's half the size.
All right.
More jingles. Oh no.
It's just as good, but it's half the size.
That just
Welcome
sounds
to
dirty.
Earth 0.5.
0.5.
That actually like went together.
low key fit.
Low key really just kind of
But
went together there.
ooh, hold on. Let's see here.
Oh, hold on.
We them boys.
Hold on.
Plus
We them
girl.
boys.
So my hair is still
Hold
wet
on,
from
hold
like
on, hold on.
however many hours ago. Hello.
My mom said that she doesn't like man buns, but you look good with man buns. So.
That is good. I have multiple man buns. I look good with man buns.
Multiple.
I have secret buns. Secret space buns.
Okay, we're done.
Okay.
No more of that. This is not what I'm looking
I have
for.
secret space buns. They're invisible. They're like cloaked.
Kepler.
But that's good to know.
Another place that we could live, or a place that we could live, that's outside of our solar system that they've been looking at, is a planet off of Kepler.
I
Which
didn't
is
even know you were talking. I'm not even gonna lie. I was like, wait, what?
Wait,
it's called Kepler. A star.
yeah.
The star's name is Kepler.
Oh, okay.
And then the planet's name is, or no, I'm sorry, forgive me. It's Kepler 182.
Because I'm sure there's a lot of light years in between us and what is it, like 14? I'm gonna guess 14.
I bet you it's like 97.
Let's fact check Kyle here because he likes to make bets. All right,
Kepler.
That's just
186.
Jasmine makes bets all the time.
True. She makes a lot of bets.
Yeah, she does. She loves it. Don't make a bet with Jasmine, guys. It's not worth it.
Yes, it is, because she always loses.
That's
Shout
actually,
out to Jasmine.
That's actually not a bad assumption. I mean,
Okay. So, basically, Kepler 186f is like another Earth-sized planet. It's a strong candidate for life outside of Earth because it's pretty damn similar. Like that, it has oceans and it also has. Well, not wait. We might have to cut this part out, but okay.
Better try really hard to get it right because it's really hard to. I'm not very good with Premiere Pro.
cut and paste. I mean, mine you're not gonna have to do a whole lot with.
Yeah,
There's gonna be like little portions here and there that you might snip it out, but
I don't know. It's like I feel like when we play like these in class and stuff, I'll just go You know what, Mr. Wood? Just play 20 minutes of each of them and
We'll
get a
call it a
taste
day.
of it.
Call it a day.
Yeah, dude, just give me an initial grade, and then if you really want to dive in deeper,
All right.
yeah, we're back.
Okay. Yeah. So, Kepler 186f basically has like four. It has 4 out of the 6 things that you need to live. So it's got water. It's got proper temperatures. It has land too. So I mean,
That's good.
I feel like that's important.
I don't have to like live on freaking water bungalows.
Yeah, it's like I believe it's four planets away from the sun, so it has plenty of sunlight that you could use for photosynthesis. It seems to me like a really strong candidate.
You said 4 out of the 6 qualities that would fit like a good candidate for another Earth.
Well, four out of the 6 essentials for life.
What were the other 2 that it is missing?
Don't know if it has nitrogen, and don't know what its atmosphere is like. So
they know it has some basics, but they don't know about the specifics.
I mean,
Well, how many light years away is this?
Does it say?
Let's see.
I've always like I love the fact that we actually are like putting effort and time into like looking for other habitable portions of the universe, but at the same time we haven't even figured out our first milestone of how to get there. We know of them, we just don't know how to get to them, which is like it seems really ass backwards if you think about it. Like you would think we'd figure out first how to get somewhere really far away.
Yeah, because in the amount of time that it would take, like, for us to need to evacuate Earth, that planet could already be gone.
Exactly. So I'm like, how do you get there in a reasonable time and keep people alive?
Well,
And
it takes, or sorry, go ahead. But it's approximately 490 to 500 light years away.
I said freaking what? Like
You said 14.
14. It is 500 light years away.
But I feel like during this time we have
That was like a
like
jazz like that.
hypersleep.
Yeah, I could imagine that, like some Futurama. And you just wake up like 100 years later, and then you're your own grandpa.
Well, I feel like when you go into like hypersleep, you don't really age.
No, you really don't. It just freezes your body,
Yeah.
and then I feel like you age very microly.
You probably age like
That's like a word.
very. Yeah. You probably age like
Like in the time you age a minute,
minimally.
you age 1 minute in 1 year.
That'd be kind of crazy.
That would be kind of crazy. So I mean, like you've been gone for 30 years and you've only aged 30 minutes. That would be wild.
Well, then you would have 50, 100, 500 minutes.
See, but then it also begs the point of what to be brought up, like, you know, what you said earlier, dude, like how to get to a planet and know that it is still indeed there and the exact same condition you initially saw it.
Well, I feel like they constantly monitor these planets to make sure that it's still there, make sure there's nothing going on, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But something could happen in the blink of an eye, like it could be hit by like an asteroid or something.
I'm pretty sure you might have mentioned, but like, was there really like what would be the strongest of the strongest candidates within our own little solar system?
I think I saw Venus was gonna be one.
Venus can't be, because it's basically like it's literally a giant ball of gas. Like the gas is so thick that it's like liquefied gas.
Like it's just suffocating. It just sounds like a really bad time.
Literally a giant ocean of gas.
Ooh.
So I don't.
Sounds like after I eat Chipotle.
No, more like Taco Bell. It's like,
Ooh,
advertise that, Taco Bell.
strong case of the bubble guts.
Bubble guts. Oh, dude, the first time I heard that, it was almost as bad as like, you know, when people are like, I had explosive diarrhea post eating this. Like bubble guts, it's like the equivalent of that for me. It's the same
I
thing.
think it's cuter sounding.
It is, but it's just,
Explosive diarrhea sounds dangerous.
it does, dude. It is dangerous. That can actually kill you. You said you
Okay, we
die.
don't. Okay.
That's a real thing, Pat. That'd be a terrible way to go out. I'm not even gonna lie. I think that would be on the #1 list of ways to not go out.
Literally one of the worst ways to die. But
you end your life taking a dump.
I also feel like it really sucked to die
Dump that killed you.
in an ocean of gas on Venus.
Yeah.
So
just as bad. They are like equally neck and neck.
I think it's funny how they just sort of like gave up sending stuff to Venus. They were like, it's not happening. It's fine. Mars, it is.
They actually are just still trying to do stuff with the sun, which I think is kind of cool.
Yeah.
They're like sending little probes here and there to like just be consumed by the sun. It's like a peace offering.
I think it'd be cool if like whenever I
son.
died, like after like my body was donated to science and like for whatever purpose it served, afterwards they like put it into a capsule and like launched it into the sun.
I don't know whether I want to be a tree on Earth, but I'd probably put it somewhere like really, really, really secluded, so that no one would just be like, I need a new chair. God, just like start chopping you down. Or I would much rather just be like shot into space with like an air cannon and just be like dispersed. That'd be kind of cool. Either one would be really sweet.
to be honest with you, I have no idea what you're talking about right now.
Ashes. What to do with yourself.
Oh, okay.
I think it'd be dope if they like made you all like pretty like in a casket or whatever, but they like did like a glass
Like the
casket and
Egyptians.
then like shot it into space.
I'd want to be an orchid, a space orchid. Best of both worlds. You just get grown into an orchid and then shot into space. That'd be super stupid, but I think that's just it's how you do both.
It'd be beautiful.
It'd be a space tree. You just
I'll grow you into an orchid.
thank you.
And the best part is you could float all the way to Kepler 186f.
500 million.
And then when you get to this planet, you can be planted
Right. Never mind. I was just looking.
perfectly on the surface.
Yeah.
I know that they were looking into like some like moons. I think it was like
Oh, yeah.
Saturn's moons.
There's like Jupiter as well. There's some good.
Yeah.
Euclides. I forget the name of it, or like how to
I
pronounce
think like
it.
was it Europa? Or, no, that's like the ice planet or something.
I think it is Europa.
Or Titan.
Titan was one of them.
They think like Europa is like Antarctica with like everything below it, possibly. Like how there like is a good chance there's land underneath Antarctica. There's a
Yeah.
good chance that there's liquids and or solids below the surface.
It'd be crazy if like
Other
have you
than,
guys
like,
played
ice.
Mario Galaxy?
Yes.
I'm trying to think back. I don't know.
And it's like all these 3D little globes, and you like have to shoot yourself through cannons like
Oh,
to each
yeah.
planet.
Yeah.
Enceladus, that's what it is.
Enceladus.
I've never heard of that before. Tell me about it.
It sounds like in celery.
Kind of.
It's a celery planet.
It's Saturn's sixth biggest moon, and it's pretty much giant ball of ice, but under about 10 miles thick, like of ice. There's oceans and whatnot, and it's a fairly new like planet. I'm not gonna say planet.
Discovery.
Fairly new like celestial body, I'll say.
Oh, okay.
So like it's not an old thing. So maybe later on in the future the ice will melt, or maybe not because it's kind of far from the sun.
Maybe they'll
I
get
think
more
what we
ice.
should
Maybe there's
do-
20 miles of ice.
Is build a Death Star.
I feel like building a Death Star would be pretty awesome.
I mean, we should build spaceships for Death Stars. Just saying.
Well, we need spaceships to build a Death Star.
We do actually legitimately would. I think that would be a lot
Benefit
better.
from
How
spaceships.
we would benefit with having spaceships. And then we could be like, pew pew, hyperspace ring, and then you just. Yeah, how cool that'd be if you actually just like
Star Wars was real.
you got your freaking like you were in a ship and you came out of a planet. Well, yeah, same thing. I'm still talking about Star Wars. And you went into those, those freaking little warp speed like circle things, those pods that they go into, and then they just shoot them off. I'm like, whoa.
But back to the moon.
Back to cool stuff.
Or less cool stuff because Star Wars is pretty sweet.
You're
but,
right.
Sorry, I
I'm trying
thought
to make this. I'm
Mimas.
trying to make this
I thought of
interesting.
Mimas, which looks like the Death Star. So
Mimas?
Yes, the Mimas.
Yeah, look,
Yeah,
there's
it's one of Saturn's.
Wow.
Oh, look, it's a
Yeah, actually, looks
a
like the Death
comparison.
Star.
Anyway.
It looks like the Death Star. God bless. On the topic of Death Stars.
Yeah. So Enceladus also has a fairly continues to eat the chips that she found.
I know. I'm sorry. You just got started again, and then I had to laugh because she's like, "I'm unsettled, but I'm gonna keep eating them."
Yeah. So Enceladus actually also has like a fairly dense atmosphere.
Okay.
So that's another thing that we could work with, because I feel like if it has the atmosphere, then
It's better than nothing.
We would
like
probably
Mars.
have to live in like big pods and stuff, though, right?
yeah, probably.
It feels like the red light district, but instead of we were a bunch of strippers, we were all just living in like little windows, and that's what we were confined to. It's like those Japanese hotels.
Oh man, it'd be sucky.
That would really be sucky. I wouldn't want to leave that planet immediately. I'd be like, fuck this place.
Man, too bad it's not a planet. It's a moon. Boom. Okay.
Oh, you're right. I forgot we were talking about moons. I need to talk
Okay. Another strong candidate would be Titan,
I mean, we could call it a planet.
which is Saturn's biggest moon, and I feel like probably the main reason why that's even a candidate is because it has a super dense atmosphere. Other than that, it's pretty crappy.
Overall, it's a pretty terrible
Like,
place.
yeah. Like, there's a ton of, it's covered in a lot of gas, like a lot of gas, a lot of dust.
Can you imagine how dope that'd be, though? To like wake up in the morning, look out your window, and see like Saturn's rings.
I mean, but I'd be depressed all the time because I feel like that atmosphere is super thick.
I feel like
It would be like a gloomy day every day.
that the atmosphere would probably be so thick.
That would be depressing.
You wouldn't be able to see the rings.
Yeah.
And if you saw light, you'd actually think it's like the equivalent of darkness, and you're like losing your mind. You're like, I'm sad.
Yeah,
Where's the darkness?
That's one of the problems with Titan, is it's so far from the sun that you'd have to create artificial light.
Ooh, that would suck too.
So, yeah.
Artificial environments are fun.
Let's see here.
I think we should hollow out Pluto and make it a big spaceship.
Dude, that would be lit.
Lit,
We
lit,
just
lit,
turn it
lit,
into a
lit,
freaking
lit.
we just,
Just make it a Death Star.
like armor plate outside.
Do you know how like honestly like smart the Death Star is though? Just like live in permanently. You have a gigantic laser to
Blow
protect
stuff
you.
up, yep.
Multiple little turret guns located around it.
All around it.
Food source.
Food.
Well, I feel like they probably
In the
fly
second
stuff
one, it
out.
was even smarter because they were mining
like-
off of a planet,
And it was built into the planet.
and so yeah. Well, and then it was using another one as its
That's what we
the
could do
star.
with Pluto.
The star was its life source. Which that movie didn't make sense. How was it feeding off of a nearby star, but at the same time there was snow on the planet?
See, because all of the energy was being sucked in, and then it was internalized.
I mean, like, but if you were a planet that close to a star,
It'd
It was a
be
really
super
big
hot.
planet.
it would be super hot. It would not be chilly forest in Alaska. It would be scorching desert
In California.
in Death Valley. Or in Vegas, because Vegas could be nice.
I think it'd be cool if Ewoks were real.
I would love an Ewok.
Dude, you know what freaking dog they're based off of? Look it up. It doesn't look anything. I thought it would be,
Like a...
I thought it'd be Shih Tzus. Because Shih Tzus look just like Ewoks, I swear.
Oh yeah.
Or like a dead match. Hold on, I have to stand up real quick. Oh my god.
I understand. Well, while you're standing up, let's talk about Mars. And why Mars sucks.
While you're standing up, let's talk about Mars. I'm gonna get him a drink, so continue on.
Go for it. Alright.
Carry on, chops.
So, this is why Mars sucks. Okay. So, there's always been like big talk about how, oh, we could go to Mars. It'd be great on Mars. Well, turns out Mars barely has an atmosphere. Like, it has an atmosphere, but it's extremely thin. And not only that, but there hasn't been signs of water. Like, they found ice caps, but but the ice caps aren't exact. It's not like. It's not water.
Yeah, you can't eat. You can't. Ice, yeah.
Yeah.
It's like it would take more energy to like consume the ice and everything than it would like.
But I mean, like if you melted those ice caps, like it would not be water. It'd be like a gas. I think it's like nitrogen or something like that.
Oh.
So. Yeah, another reason why is, despite the fact that Mars does get sunlight or is exposed to sunlight, it also gets extremely cold. Like I don't even know the temperatures, but like blistering cold, hundreds of degrees Celsius at nighttime, and then during the daytime it gets blistering hot. So, and nighttime and daytime is defined by like rotation of Mars, you know.
Yeah.
Basic stuff. So it says that Mars's atmosphere is made up of 2.7% nitrogen and 1.6% argon. And there's very little oxygen, which is kind of also essential to life because, you know, we need to breathe and stuff, right?
Well, I think like the whole terraforming, like what their plan was originally was like to build like factories to like for whatever to purposely like emit those greenhouse gases. And then once the atmosphere is built to like plant trees to convert all of those greenhouse gases into oxygen, and then live there after a few hundred years. But I think that what they ended up finding out was like even if they were to like put like factories all over the place on Mars and stuff and like try like colonizing it and everything, the atmosphere currently like and just like with the rotation and like the solar winds, like
it just sucks so bad.
We would emit the greenhouse gases and then they'd fly away into space.
That's what happens when you have no atmosphere.
It's like putting the heat on in winter and leaving the door open. That's actually sort of scared me.
That wasn't really scary, did I?
Low key.
Yes!
I'm a little ashamed at that, to be honest.
You know that I scared you?
Low key.
Got it on camera. Woo! It's like the silent terror in your eyes. You're just like... You clench up a little bit.
So,
Clench my butt cheeks.
Give me the meat sweats. The meat
sweats.
The meat sweats.
What that reminds me of is Spaceballs. You know, he's like, you got the Schwartz within you. So we're talking about Star Wars. And
okay.
Spaceballs is just as good.
Damn it, where did we leave off? Damn it, Kyle.
Mars' atmosphere.
I scared the amnesia into you.
Okay, so yeah, back to Mars' atmosphere. If we don't have an atmosphere, then we can't. Then nothing can truly be established. So unless we can find a way to create an artificial atmosphere, then Mars is just real shit candidate.
Yeah,
Potato. Caramel. So yeah.
All right.
Any other questions, guys?
I mean, I'm trying to recall bits and pieces. I'm trying to think because there was this question I had, you know, like on yours. You were like, there was a couple times you were like, I had a question, but it's gone.
Yeah, I feel it.
A couple of those, it might come to me in like the next couple of minutes, but I mean, for right now, no.
Well, let's talk about space travel. A couple theories. Couple theories of space travel. Okay. So, basically, there's these rich people. They hired NASA to, like, build, like, I'm not gonna say pods because it's not really pods, but it's like.
It's like a conspiracy theory. I'm getting a conspiracy theory vibe.
It might be a conspiracy theory.
It's just a theory, though.
You're like, I got it off of conspiracytheory.com, but.
I mean, if the shoe fits.
Hey, Hodgins.
Hodgins? What I feel like I should know that reference.
Bones.
Bones?
You watch Bones?
The show Bones?
Yeah.
I made Bones.
The entomologist.
Ooh.
He doesn't watch Bones.
I don't watch Bones. I'm a skeleton now. I have bones.
I have bones.
Spooky.
I'm the own.
A spoopy skeleton.
I'm my own skeleton in the closet. Ooh. What?
Continues eating chips.
You were like, I'm my own skeleton in a closet. Ooh.
Pop out and be like, whoa, like Eustace. With the mask on. Stupid dog.
Stupid dog. Yeah. Okay. So.
I can't stop making references.
Dang. Where did I leave off?
Space travel?
Space travel
theories. Pods.
Oh, okay. So basically, they have it'll be kind of like
NASA got hired, made space pods.
Yeah, kind of like a more advanced version of a rocket ship.
Okay.
But it'll be like luxury. Everything will be comfortable. You won't have to like.
It's like you sit first class. It's like.
Yeah.
It's like Air Force One, but in a rocket.
It's like the Lexus of
space travel.
Everything's like nice buttered leather.
Creamy. Ooh, didn't like that word.
Ew, it's actually probably raining. I just said ew as well. That was disgusting.
Jazz.
I'm gonna go.
It's really rubbing off on you.
Where is the nearest bridge? Or high parking garage?
You go down the tree
with uneven ground.
Bad jokes. Is
maybe possible spikes.
Jumps off the elementary school. Sounds like Chewbacca apparently while jumping off.
I can't get how morbid that comment was towards such an innocent place. I mean, oh my god. Where's the nearest elementary school? You climb up to the top of those like radio broadcasting towers that they all built around the schools. And just kind of like free fly.
Dude, I would totally do base jumping as like a hobby.
That'd be sweet.
Let's do it then.
Let's do it.
Okay.
I mean, you have to like do skydiving first to have a certain number of jumps.
I still on my bucket list is doing squirrel shooting.
Yes.
Same. That is definitely on the bucket list. And learning how to fly a plane or a helicopter.
No, that's not really on mine.
It'd probably be really easy.
I think it'd be fun if I got like a Michelangelo, like Da Vinci sort of helicopter. Like you know, like at Chuck E. Cheese, where you bike and you're slowly raised and you're like, wow, look, Mom,
I'm in the air.
Well, I mean, like we're already on land. I got the sea covered because scuba diving on deck, and then why not?
I'm afraid of fish, so.
Why not? Why are you afraid of fish? They do nothing. They're just like any
except
other.
Like eat you sometimes.
I mean, like a mouse could try and eat you. He'll fuck around and be like, "What's cracking?"
But fish are just like so foreign, and like, what if a finger slips in a gill, and what if they touch you?
I swam in between a whole school of fish, and all of them just like separated. They just separated in front of my face.
Like the Red Sea.
I know, but I just hate. They don't blink. Their eyes don't move, and
their eyes do move.
I mean, they're just on the side of their head.
Yeah.
So, I mean, like they're like where their temple is. It's like what?
Still, I just don't like it.
No, it's cool. I like it because of that reason. Because it is such a foreign world, and it like humbles you because you're like, I'm not supposed to be here, but I am.
Just like this world that we're gonna be traveling to.
And see, with me, I feel like it's just because I know fish are like delicate.
They really are. So are ecosystems underwater.
Yeah, exactly. And so I'm afraid, like, I snorkeled a little bit in Hawaii, and I was like over a reef, and there was like one little fish underneath me, and I was like consciously like sucking in my stomach and like trying to lift my body up, and like barely even like move my flippers so I wouldn't like disturb it or touch it or anything.
That was the worst thing when I went scuba diving in Cancun. We went down to the bottom. My knees touched. Actually, my knee grazed a piece of coral. It felt like someone was stabbing super hot needles in my knee repetitively. Like, it was like the worst itching pain ever. I was like, oh my god. And you're underwater, so you can't talk.
And it's
so you're
water.
just like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god.
Bringing this back,
please.
That just goes to show that how fragile an ecosystem is. And if we were to transport our ecosystem to another planet, or another moon or something like that, it just shows how hard it would be to build it back up, or to like how easily it could be like
I know up. I'm sure you've read a lot about the very, very, very huge amounts of possibilities for like single-celled organisms, for being on like on comets or on other moons and planets and in ice or
My parents are gonna kill me.
yeah, basically. But yeah, no, like things like that, like just kind of smaller organisms rather than like giant
Like us.
macroorganisms like us.
Like, I feel like we're pretty advanced, you know what I mean?
I mean, we like to think we're advanced, but I mean,
Excuse me.
at the same time,
We're the most advanced things that we know of.
that we know of. I mean, yeah, that civilians know of. I'm not saying that there's some saucy shit going
Hey, my
on.
dad did satellite communication back in the military.
Did he get anything?
He always says that if he told us, he'd have to kill us.
Oh, my dad says that too.
My dad, he worked at the space building on Peterson Air Force Base, and he told me a couple things, and
What building number was it?
I don't know.
Because my dad worked in like number 2.
I don't know.
My
But
dad worked in number 2 too.
but no, it was probably all the same building because there's like one space building that's dedicated
What if
to
all
it.
of our dads know each other?
Maybe
that would be kind of weird.
that would.
They tailgate with each other and stuff at Air Force football games and everything.
But he was like, yeah, dude, I've been told some really interesting things from dudes who just wouldn't make it up because it would just be stupid. And I was like, alright, thank you for being very vague and intriguing me without even telling me anything. I was like, you made the most vague comment ever, but it was still really interesting. Like, excellent.
Alright. Well,
Still makes me wonder where wormholes go, where black holes go.
maybe.
Maybe to other worlds that are inhabitable.
That's what I was just thinking. Like, what if
Topics crossing boundaries.
What if they're all connected on a 4th dimension?
Maybe.
crossing all 3 topics?
What if there is a black hole that we have not detected that is conveniently placed, sorted by us, that leads
Like
to
by Saturn? Like in
that
Interstellar?
leads to Kepler or some number.
Kepler 186F.
186F. Maybe there's a macro one and you can only fit the little poodles in. You just send poodles over there.
Oh, I forgot to mention.
My poodles!
Poodle astronaut.
Why would it be a fish?
Maybe like wiener dogs. Cause they're already like spaghettified, sort of like. So it's not that bad.
They would just be like extra
Just
long.
send them through and they look like the Slinky dog. What was it?
His name is Slinky Dog.
His name was Slinky Dog.
Really? Yeah.
It's just
Slinky.
like Slink. They call him Slink.
Yeah, Slinks. I mean, it'd be like Slink off of Toy Story.
Isn't he actually in a spacesuit at one point?
I mean, maybe.
There was, but it.
Just imagine a dachshund in a spacesuit.
Be
tiny
literally be
little
the cutest
space
I'm
little
actually
thing.
like really proud of myself with all the references. I'm just like constantly just like digging out of my ass and just like.
Why are you digging your ass?
Tossing on the
That
table.
was such an animated gesture for digging out of my
He
ass.
said,
Yeah. Like I was like
You're like,
digging.
it was digging out of my ass and
It's like-
slapping
And then I go Jen with it. I'm like.
Shout out to Jen.
Jen, wherever she is, watching over us.
Throws money.
She's still here. She's just watching.
Oh, I almost forgot to mention. Another fact about Kepler 186F is that it's actually slightly larger than Earth. So that means if we were to like repopulate as much as we do now, like there's a lot of babies being born. Like
It's because whenever you rub two things together fast enough,
friction.
Yeah.
the friction.
creates
causes-
babies automatically.
It's just a thing. And especially if you're chilling 500 light years, there's a lot of
Like how I
free
was
time.
talking about something like really cool, like friction welding, and then you were like babies. I was like, no.
That's how babies are
I
made.
was like, oh my god, the baby fever.
Oh, and is that it?
Pretty sure that's it.
48.
All right. Well, you know what, guys? Once again, this is Space Squad.
Space Squad.
Thanks for being with us for this little mini series. If you want some more of us and our shenanigans,
Like and comment below. I hate myself for that. I'm sorry.
Like and comment below. It's already a channel. Oh god.
Oh yeah.
I feel like whenever people say that, that. And they have ads. It's just like an accumulation of things I really don't want to hear. And it's like...
Yeah, and it's like, I purposely will not subscribe to you now.
Yeah.
Just because you told me to.
I think when they actually have like the subscribe button on the bottom right corner and it's so subtle, instead of just being like at the beginning and end of videos, be like, hey man, don't forget to subscribe. Subscribe. You really should subscribe. I'm really cool. You should subscribe. like that's like they're trying to reiterate the point.
Like, if you don't subscribe, then YouTube doesn't pay me, and then I can't make videos.
Poor me. And then get guilt tripped into like
basically
some petty dude on YouTube. But yeah,
this is our last episode as of what we know. And just so you guys know, for those of you who watched everything in chronological order, Derry.
Ooh, that was supposed to be mine.
It's too late. No, you forgot about it.
Oh my god! All right, Rich, here I come. Here I come. We're going.
You can just jump off the table.
Where's the elementary school?
Going to the elementary school.
And we're out. Peace out, yo.
Derry.